Okay, are we on? We're live? Good. For this next tutorial, we're back in SketchUp Make version. It's the 2017 version. It's the one which we can, which Google still allow us to download to the computer. They have changed in recent times. They've changed this year, so they want you to use it. If you're not using the Pro version, to use it as like an online application. But if you're familiar with online applications and having not the greatest of internet connections, then you will be aware that this is probably a better option. So yes, we are making the Lego house. Sorry, not the Lego house. That's Ed Sheeran. Lego house. We're going to bring up to date the Monopoly house. As you can see, I've turned a little Monopoly house into a little dormer bungalow with a beautiful arched window on the roof, a door and two windows, and an update of the chimney. So I've also used Extension Warehouse, and I've added to SketchUp a way of exporting this as an STL file. This just enables me to print directly to a 3D printer. So, with SketchUp, I'm just going to quit SketchUp. You'll see why in a second. Open up Launchpad and fire up SketchUp again. If I was just to go file new, it would not bring the screen up. You've got to quit SketchUp and then open it up again for this screen to appear. As far as I'm aware, I mean, somebody might tell me different in terms of the menu system. But we choose the template, and we've been using architectural designs, landscape architecture, meters, green fields, and blue skies. We are now going to use 3D printing. There are two options: 3D printing in millimeters and 3D printing in inches. Just because we're in Europe and not in America or anywhere else that uses inches, we're going to stick with 3D printing millimeters and start using SketchUp. When we use this template, it brings up sort of it's like a fish tank, an empty box. This is titled MakerBot Replicated 2X. This is not the 3D printer I'm going to be using, but it gives us a rough layout. I think this is like an A3, maybe an A3 bed, I'm not sure. But we're going to build our house to fit inside this box, and then we're going to export it to a piece of software called Cora, which will enable us to sort of print directly to our 3D printer. It's a good size to work with, so we'll leave this as it is. What I'm not going to do though is draw inside the box, because if I start clicking and end up getting these lines, it could cause problems. So I'm going to draw my house just to one side of it. So here we go. Just pan and orbit round so we can get an idea of where we're going to be drawing. Start by drawing a rectangle and pushing and pulling to get the sort of size of the house. So again, an easy way to draw the roof. I'm going to use a pencil, the line tool, go from corner to corner, click on the lines, and then I'm going to use the move tool and move this center point, drag it upwards following the blue axis. Show you that again. So I've got my lines drawn like a cross on top of the box. Click on the move tool, and I drag that center point. It's following the blue axis. If it goes off, following the green axis, following the red axis, or just random going anywhere, we're going to run into all sorts of problems. We use the blue axis, and we're going to drag until we've got a nice sort of roof shape. And there's our basic house design. Nice and simple. Okay. I'm going to click on camera view, and we're going to go to front view, and I'm just going to pull this into proportion. Just click on zoom extend so we can see what we're doing. And there is the front of the house. The house, based on my model, has got a door. Try and keep it in the center, and 2 windows. It's a little bit like a shop front, this one, rather than a house, but hey ho, we'll carry on. Some nice big windows. Just going to rotate it round and push these in, so when we come to 3D print it, because it's all going to be one colour, when we come to 3D print it, these are defined, so just push them in a little bit. Like so. Okay, now for the trickier bits. We're going to create the window, and we are going to create a chimney. So, on the roof, start by drawing a line. Just rotate it around a little bit. Start by drawing a line on the roof for the window. Again, this is following, as you can see here, it's following the red axis. The line turns red. Okay. I think we're sort of central. About central. And then we're going to use the 2-point arc. Click on one point, click on the other end, and pull this up. Again, this needs to be blue. It's got a bit pink there, so that's sort of following the face. If we use the blue axis, it's going up, click. Now, as you can see, when I come to orbit this, it's off of the house. It's sort of following the blue axis upwards, which is fantastic. It keeps it sort of in parallel with the face, the front of the house. Use a pull tool and push that into the roof, like so. And there is the start of our window. Now we can leave it like that, or if you want, we can just add, zoom in a bit. Add some more lines. Another arc. Pop. Pull that up following the blue. And again, push that inside. Okay. Back out. So we've got the basic dormer bungalow shape, or dormer shop in this case. And I can rotate that around to see what I'm doing. Now here we're going to put a chimney. Several different ways of doing this, but I'm going to try and do it the same way as I've just done with the arc. So, in fact, let's just try. Yeah, that's going to go on the face. I'd rather not do that. We'll use a line. Go up. Blue. Escape that. I'm going to use this. Up, blue, and across to join them together. There we go. Same again. And again, as before, push-pull tool, and push that into the house. That's quite a big chimney, but just undo that. Just push it so it's sort of square shape. There we go. There is our chimney. Again, like we've done with the windows, if I draw a square on top, so go to top view, draw a rectangle inside the chimney and use a push-pull tool to push down, like so. we there have a house. So let's zoom out so we can see what we're doing. Orbit that around, and just to keep things so they don't move around, I select that. I'm going to turn it into a group. Despite it only being one object, it just makes things a little bit easier, and then when we come to scale it, I can click on a corner, scale it like so, and I'm just finally going to click on this, and I'm going to move, click somewhere near the red axis, and I can drag it. Don't drag it this way, it'll fly all over the place. And make sure you are using the colours of the axes, so red, even if it's not on the actual bed. So I click on the red axis, drag it into place, and then I click again, and this time I'm going to follow the, get it to do it, follow the green axis, he says. Let's try again. Move, click, green axis, yeah, and bring it into the center. So there is our house. And just one final thing, remove that. So we have the house. We are now going to go to File, Export STL. Yep, model units, millimeters, or model units is sorry, millimeters. It's already, the canvas is millimeters, so we don't really need to change that. No idea, if I'm honest. I'll leave it as it is. Click on Export. It exports as an STL file. And we'll just give it a name. Monopoly House. This can then be saved and then, as I say, brought into Cura software and exported straight to the 3D printer, like so. Just to quickly show you Extension Warehouse. So many different things you can do with them. It gives you sort of an index of things here, but so many different things you can do. If I type in STL and click search, this is the one we need, SketchUp STL, import and export STL files for 3D printing. You would click on that and you would, well in this case you would install. Now on a MacBook for some reason, I would open it from within Google itself. So I go into Google and I type in extension SketchUp. And it brings up the extension warehouse. And I would search using it this way and download it. For some reason, when I've tried to use STL or use extensions directly from the 3D warehouse, sorry, from the extensions warehouse, it doesn't have them. You've got to actually download it and then go to Extension Manager, and then you install your extension from, sort of search for it from where you've downloaded it, and then it will install. So there we've got several things going on. These Trimble Connect and advanced cameras came with it, and it'll keep flashing a message saying, do you want to update? I can't update it because I'm not the Pro version. So, but yeah, there's a few others. Sandbox is very good as well. Photo textures, of course, you may need when you're doing things that you're going to sort of add to Google Earth. Various things. So you can put a photographic background on the front of your house or whatever else you build. But yeah, Extension Manager. Have a look through that. It's almost as much fun as using as using the warehouse for adding things to your models. But that's it. So you've created it. I will do another lesson on bringing this into Cura and printing it out. But that basically is it. So just to quit SketchUp. Don't know what that is. Don't save that. close that. I think somewhere, if I go to photos, remember how this works, as my mail, photos. Yes. So this is one we've prepared. As I say, we're using the Ultimake 2, and there's a little Lego house that we created, again with a little curved window. But that's about, I printed that way, so it's about 2 centimeters across its base, 2 centimeters by 1 centimeter. Tiny little house. But that's it, folks. So thank you very much for watching. As I say, there will be an extended video for how to use Cura to output this. But in the meantime, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again or hearing from you again soon. Thank you. Don't forget to comment.